Welcome back to Hold the Phone YouTube. Here are our best bets for NFL week number 5. We appreciate each and every single one of you on the other side of the screen of the best sports betting show here on the platform of YouTube. Well, we gather in here today to find winners where we give our best 5 game picks of the week. A 6-leg parlay that just may have came home in NFL week number 4. We're going back-to-back weeks. Some anytime touchdown scores, and then we get to hear where all the money is being put on from our BetMGM insider, our man on the ground, boots on ground, Loop. How are we feeling? I'm buzzing, I'm juicing. Like the video, like the video, like the video.
This is one of those weeks in the beginning of the week I hated, and as the days went on, I started to love it.
Yep,
and now that we're here and the weekend's here, I feel like I'm seeing things very clearly. Week 5, I always say it, time's going by too fast. Make sure to smoke every weekend in the fall to the filter.
Yep.
I can't wait.
Don't take it for granted, fellas. That's why we do our early week leans. That's why we get the week early started. You know, we're looking over, we're planting seeds, and by time Sunday comes around, it's a full bloom.
Correct.
You know what I mean? We have so many sleazy matchups, such as, you know, Dolphins, Panthers, Jets, and the Cowboys, the Raiders and the Colts. But at the end of the day, sometimes these are the games that just mean more, and a Saints versus the Giants. Hell, I'm looking at that game like it's the game of the week.
It is the game of the week.
Let's dive into our game picks.
Yeah, a lot of teams now we're figuring out the identity. You know, are they dead? Are they going to be a playoff team? Are they not? Are they going to have the number 1 pick? Is their season over? Can they fight and scrap to stay in the fight?
This week's the week. We find out everything.
We might have 2 of them right here. Go to London.
Look, you open your eyes, you pour a cup of coffee, pour some cereal.
Maybe a little English breakfast tea.
A little Sunday morning in London, across the pond.
English breakfast. Get some sausage and beans.
We have the Vikings staying overseas. Goodell said, fuck it, we'll leave them there. They go from Dublin to London. And now last week, they take on Aaron Rodgers and Mike Tomlin, and the whole world was on the favorite of the Minnesota Vikings and Carson Wentz against Aaron Rodgers. They fight back in that game, but they don't see one go through the hoop. We know going into that game on foreign lands, favorites were 37-12 straight up. It just kind of felt like Vegas knows who's going to win these ball games based off the favorites. However, everyone jumped in the pond of the Minnesota Vikings last week, and they all drowned. So, and now here we are again. Grab the passports. Fight. We got Dillon Gabriel stepping under center for the Cleveland Browns. What's the worst that could happen?
Vikings doubling their games. They're playing overseas this year.
There you go, dude. My bird is doubling.
There we go. Yeah, look, Dillon Gabriel, a lot of Shedeur Sanders locker room talk, like the mime thing. Like, why is he even there if he's not going to play and he's just going to cause a circus? What are we doing?
I don't know. The mime thing, I was very confused about the entire thing. I didn't know how to feel or comprehend it, but Dillon Gabriel.
I wanted Gavin to mime this whole episode.
Yeah.
Look, I think a lot of people are going to take the Vikings again this week. The Vikings kind of found some, I feel like, in the second half against the Steelers, and I don't think it should be overlooked that they get to stay in Europe. Like, I think it's a real thing that you've got to travel across the pond while the Vikings have already, the time change is all good. It's only a 90-minute flight from Dublin. Browns got to come over with a new quarterback.
If the Cleveland Browns and Dillon Gabriel beat the Minnesota Vikings to start my Sunday, be my guest. Mm-hmm. There is not a shot in hell with a team. If the Vikings don't win this one, they might as well stay overseas. Give us the Minnesota Vikings minus the 3.5. Dillon Gabriel, I'm not a believer in. Loop, I said this to you back in the Oregon days, and now I'm saying it to you now in the Cleveland Brown days. If this was Joe Flacco, I would have a little bit more confidence, but we're trusting in Kevin O'Connell. Yep. It was a very interesting spot. They come off beating the Bengals by 50. Then they go and play the Steelers in a sleazy game. Rodgers finds some answers in an offense that was trying to figure some things out. That's not going to be the same story with Mr. Gabriel. The favorites get back on track on foreign lands. London, Vikings, Carson Wentz, minus 3.5. That's game pick number 1.
Yeah, look, I look at one matchup here, and it's Brian Flores against Dylan Gabriel.
Yeah.
Give me Brian Flores D any day of the week against Dylan Gabriel in his first game.
100%.
All right, let's get to game number 2. Get back on good old-fashioned American soil. Where a better place to go than New Orleans?
Look, Loop, I'm so glad that we agree on this because this is probably
You feel passionate about this.
This is our top 3 favorite plays of the week.
Mm-hmm.
The New York Giants. Billboards around the country. Jackson Dart and Cam Scadaboo are the 2 men that generational.
Yeah.
The Giants are back. Brian Daboll is back.
Dart's doing his dance.
Dart's doing the dance. The Giants.
Scadaboo's got dirt all over his jersey on the turf field.
Brand new Giants. Brian Daboll's about a bagel away from God knows what. The Giants are back. First win of the season. First career win, Jackson Dart. They make the switch against the big bad LA Chargers. They come to town. The defense looks great. The offense is making plays. Jackson Dart's getting frisky with his feet. And now everyone is buying into the brand new New York Giants. Well, that just leaves it on a fucking silver platter for us just to sweep the carpet out from beneath them. Loop, I think there's a gentleman on the other side of the ball stepping under center for the New Orleans Saints who's never won a game in the
Yeah,
NFL.
I completely agree. This is such a narrative-based game. Like, Giants, top of the world, brand new look. 2 really likable guys that seem to now be the face of their young franchise.
Everyone loves it.
Saints haven't won a game since the Reagan administration. And we talked to John Ewing later. We actually didn't get to this. I'm seeing in his email now, most bet underdog of the week on the money line is the New York Giants. With that being said,
Give us the Saints!
give us the Saints.
-2. I don't really like 2.
I think the Giants opened as a favorite in this game, too.
Yeah, no, they did.
Yeah.
I like -1.5, Saints money line. Saints money line, Saints money line, Saints
So
money line.
not only are they a popular dog, the line's moving the other way, guys.
Look,
Saints.
Spencer Rattler, 0-10 in his career, stepping under center. There's not a more due man on this planet. Luke, you said Troy Aikman.
Yeah, 0-11.
Started his career 0-11. He's a Hall of Famer. Spencer Rattler, future Hall of Famer.
Yes. Math checks out.
Look, quarterbacks making their second career start who won their first career start
Yep.
are 13-34 straight up.
In the second start.
In the second start.
I like that.
Look, all roads lead here to Mr. Spencer Rattler. I love this game. I love the narrative. How poetic would it be for New York Giants fans in these recent years, them and the Jets? It has felt like a nightmare in New York. They share the same house. They go to bed under the same sheets. That one week you're taking down one of the best teams in the AFC with a brand new quarterback and a brand new running back, and you're on top of the world just to fall as hard as any team could in a week-to-week NFL league. Week to week, week to week, week to week.
Yep.
Just to go down to New Orleans and give Spencer Rattler his first career win. I cannot wait. First career win for Spencer Rattler.
Yep.
You heard it here first.
Let's get to the next game. I feel like we're 2-0 after that. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yep.
Uh-oh.
Look, I'll start off this segment as I feel like every single Eagles game, it just keeps getting better. Jalen Hurts, last 21 games under center, is 20-1. The one loss is when he exited the first quarter against the Commanders last season and Jaden Daniels. This team, there's just something so interesting about it because the Philadelphia Eagles, when you look at the offensive side of the football, Jalen Hurts didn't throw for 130 yards. What was it? Well, Jalen Hurts isn't throwing the ball. In last 2 games, Saquon Barkley against the Rams and the Bucks hasn't run for more than 50 yards. So then you're thinking to yourself, how the fuck is this team just like dominating games and winning football games? Look, Loop,
Maybe
I know
a little luck. Maybe a little luck.
It's definitely been a little luck, but I think you flip that narrative and say this is a ticking time bomb.
Also scored twice on special teams last 2 weeks. That's not hurting.
I know.
Might be their best unit right now.
Look, I'm going to keep this short and sweet, leave all the fucking stats about the Eagles not losing and Jalen Hurts not losing, leave them at the door. All I'm going to say is Bo Nix traveling to Philadelphia, Godspeed. The kid, I don't think in this scenario is cut out for this game right now in Philly based off what I've seen from Bo Nix this season. There's been one quarterback ever in the Denver Broncos organization to win in Philadelphia, and it was John Elway. Bo Nix is not going into Philadelphia and winning a football game Sunday.
So you're taking the Eagles?
I'm taking the Eagles minus 3.5.
I think I got to fade you, and I got to fade the public just to see what happens.
That's okay.
I have to do it.
It's a field goal and a half, and the Eagles have been trickling out of these spreads. They backdoor against the Rams. They covered against the Bucs. They had opportunities at the end of the game. The Buccaneers did. Look, I think a home game in Philly after a Bengals team, going against a Bengals team, which the Broncos did, Loop, you might be regretting this plus 3.5 because I think a lot of people saw the Denver Broncos put belt to ass and look like a good football team after that Monday night on a national stage where the Bengals couldn't produce any offense. Jake Browning's only put up 13 points in his starts thus far. And on the other side, the Bengals defense is a little bit different than a top defense in the National Football League. Philadelphia Eagles also worries me that Saquon Barkley's been very quiet the last couple weeks and now gets to go against a rush attack in the Denver Broncos that is not that good. We saw Jonathan Taylor wipe his ball sack up and down the field in Indianapolis against this same Denver Broncos team. I'm a little worried that the Broncos' time of possession is going to be thrown out the window. Saquon Barkley, ground and pound. A.J. Brown's been bitching. I feel like this is a really good spot, even though they're 4-0. It's a really good spot for the Eagles.
What happened to short and sweet?
I'm really worried about the Denver Broncos.
And let me tell you something about your John Elway stat.
I'm worried.
Twice since John Elway has left the Broncos they played in Philadelphia. Brock Osweiler, one quarterback. Kyle Orton, the other quarterback. 0-2.
Okay. Well, now Bo Nix can be in that same little category.
Yep.
They're 1-6 all time, so in Philadelphia. So there's another 4 quarterbacks in there.
Yeah, I mean, since 1998, they played there twice.
No, I know. It's a rare fluke shit place, uncharacteristic place for the Denver Broncos to play a football game. And Bo Nix smelling a little turnover.
You hate Bo Nix. It's personal with you and Bo Nix.
It's not.
It is.
There's a sophomore slump developing, and I'm the first on the scene.
Personal. Next game. Oof, this is a game I've actually gotten a lot of texts about this week.
And
everyone is on the Buccaneers.
I've switched because of you.
You switched because of me. Now you're setting yourself up to take the blame away, you little rat.
No, I'm not. I'll take the responsibility.
Look, my first thought when I saw this game is Bucs plus a field goal and a half. I would have actually thought this would be under a field goal. And when I saw 3.5, my first thought is, how do you not take the Bucs? Baker Mayfield's always playing a close game. He's such a dog. If it's at the end of the game, they're going to go win it or at least lose by 3.
I think people are going to be upset about this game because people are going to think that this is going to be more of a close game because of Baker Mayfield with the heroics that we've seen through the first 4 weeks. But I think this is a horrible, horrible, horrible spot for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. When you look at these two teams, you think fireworks, you think 2 of the top teams in the NFC, which is true. However, I just think for some reason, this grit that the Tampa Bay Bucs have shown week in and week out through the first 4 weeks, maybe I'm wrong, kind of runs out in this spot.
Yep.
And I'm also saying that due based on injuries.
Yep.
No Mike Evans on the road does not help. No Bucky Irving on the road does not help against a defense who looks like top 3 in the National Football League and a team coming off a mini bye, Mike McDonald at home, and a beaten up after playing the Super Bowl champ Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Now you can take out a field goal and a half. There's just something that I feel like the Seahawks just might take advantage of that and might end up winning this game maybe by double digits. Maybe I'll look like a clown if the Bucs go in there and beat Seattle, which would be fucking sick. But I just don't see it happening. I think a lot of people are going to ride a field goal and a half, like you said, with the Buccaneers.
Yeah, this is strictly I like the Seahawks. They play hard. They've been really good. These are probably 2 playoff teams, right? I could see these teams playing in the first weekend of the playoffs.
Yep, wild card, like you said.
I like this spot for the Seahawks.
Not to mention you're traveling across the country.
Traveling across the country. Just played the Eagles, which is tough.
I'm looking at teams who have 66% of the money or more for NFL Week 5, and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers 66% on the plus 3.5. Look, give us Seattle minus 3.5.
Yeah, not easy to play the Eagles and then travel across the country.
Yeah.
Play a physical game.
Like, I think everyone has watched these Bucs games the first 4 weeks.
And people love Baker Mayfield.
Yeah.
Let's not
as do we.
Yeah,
we love Baker.
Of course.
And we've rode Baker in Houston, in Atlanta, faded him against the Eagles. Now they're out in Seattle. It's been a roller coaster of a season for the Buccaneers. But I think this week is just one of those weeks where it's like, fuck the Bucs. You know, they need to regroup.
Yep.
Who do they have after the Bucs or after Seattle?
Niners at home, then at Lions.
Okay. Interesting. They have to go back into Detroit after playing there last year and beating them.
Yep.
Look, give us the Seahawks minus 3.5. We appreciate each and every single one of you on the other side of the screen.
We got one more game pick, and then we're going to do a 6-leg parlay. We're going to do touchdown scores, and we're going to talk to John Ewing, who's got all the knowledge, all the numbers about where the bets are, where the public is. We always talk about it. He's going to give you cold, hard facts.
We thank you. Just wanted to give a quick moment to appreciate each and every single one of you.
Subscribe to the page.
We love you.
Comment.
You're doing it for us. We're doing it for you.
What do you like? Anything you want to see more of?
You guys are moving mountains for us, and we could not appreciate you more. The Commanders.
Yep.
Very, closet team so far this season.
Yep.
Really interesting, go through the motions. Week 1 in-division game versus the Giants, didn't see much. Then a short week in Lambeau, tough spot. Jaden Daniels didn't really look the same. Jaden Daniels not making plays with his feet, not really gunslinging. Packers defense kind of suffocating, sort of like the Eagles this week against Bo Nix. Then Washington, no Jaden Daniels, goes down to the Atlanta Falcons. I feel like Mercedes-Benz Stadium is the capital of who the fuck knows what's going to happen in the game.
Yep.
No one's ever dead. No one's ever alive. It doesn't matter the score. They end up barn burner of a game. They then lose that game. The week prior, they had beaten the Raiders with Mariota.
It's been a weird start to the year.
It's like really weird. Hard to put your finger on the pulse of this Washington Commanders team. And then on the flip side, Chargers, another team dealing with some serious injury problems, especially in the trenches. Not only on the D-line, but on the offensive line.
No Joe Alt, big.
No Joe Alt, no Rashad Slater, no Khalil Mack.
Yeah, and this is such a tricky game. Like the Chargers, if they do lose, they've gone from NFL Cinderella, gonna win the AFC West, to all of a sudden we lose back-to-back games to NFC East teams.
Yeah.
And now we're staring just kind of another season.
You're looking at death in the eyes.
And if they beat the Giants last week as 6-point favorites, 4-0 on top of the world, big leg up in the division, and now all of a sudden they might be 3-2.
And there's still going to be no Terry McLaurin.
No.
Which is tough. Look, I feel like we might be getting cute with this game. Sometimes we get cute, it works. Other times we get cute and it
doesn't work.
It was right in front of us.
Yep.
What are we doing? We're overthinking and trying to get sharp with everyone else.
Yep.
Because at this point, what's left and what's right, who the fuck knows? And that kind of summarizes this game. I don't know how to comprehend a 3-point spread with a team who everyone should just be closing their eyes and the Chargers win this game. But we know that's not the case in the National Football League.
Right.
If Jaden Daniels, he is playing going into SoFi, which is a fast track, in a game that's probably going to be a lot of, fucking expectations and a lot of who's flipping to the next page, who's flipping to the next chapter. A lot of things are going to come out of this ball game. Luke, tell it to the people.
We're taking the Commanders. I think this is a perfect spot for Jaden Daniels to come back, fast track in LA, get the team back on track, right the ship. If he's not guaranteed to play, I don't think. If he doesn't play, then I'm like, I want to wait and see that he's definitely playing, because without him, I don't want any part of this game.
The only thing that worries me, like Justin Herbert so far watching, could throw his way out of a hole.
Definitely.
And
it's going to be a great game to watch.
The Commanders' secondary made Michael Penix look like fucking Joe Montana last week. So that's the only worrisome thing. Look, if Jaden Daniels plays, and I know he is, this is written all over it.
I agree. I just feel the Commanders win. I don't know. I can sense it. I can feel it.
I think it's one of those games. You know what we're feeling is when the fact that this spread isn't 4.5, 5.5, 6 for some reason. They're at home in SoFi. They're playing a team who just lost to the Falcons, stays on the road. No Terry McLaurin. Jaden Daniels may be playing, but I feel like these are the games where all of a sudden Jaden Daniels comes out and does the unexpected, which we saw him do so many times last season. In games where they were counted out, that's when he thrived the most.
I feel like we haven't seen him this year yet.
Correct.
It's going to be the first time.
And they still have Debo. They still have Ertz. I love Luke McCaffrey.
By the way, that stadium is going to be packed with Washington fans.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Shout out Bobby Dolan.
Yeah. Shout out BD. All right. Let's get to the 6-leg parlay. Big.
Massive.
Hit last week. Pushed on the 6th leg with a 40-40 tie.
Yeah, that was big.
We got a plus 700, 6 legs, all money lines. Starting at the beginning of the day, ending at the end of the day.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the NFL week number 5 going for glory parlay. 8 legs came home week 1. 6 legs came home week 4. Week 2 missed by 1 leg, the Pittsburgh Steelers. Week 3, my memory isn't that good. However, now
week 5, it's
all roads lead to week 5. We're going, as Drake would say, back to back. Leg number 1. Give us.
Could be dead by the time you wake up on the West Coast in the morning.
The Minnesota Vikings on the money line. If you don't win overseas, just fucking stay there if you go 0-2 in foreign waters. I mean, what are we doing? Kevin O'Connell's going to get in his bag. He doesn't get fooled twice, I would like to think. Next on the board, one of our favorite plays of the week. Loops, tell it to the people.
New Orleans Saints, home against the Giants.
Saints.
Spencer Rattler gets his first win.
The first win. We are going to be making history alongside Spencer Rattler with this 6-leg parlay. Saints, money line over the Giants. One of the favorite plays of the week, which rotates into our next favorite play of the week, the Seattle Seahawks on the money line, as we already said.
Scary.
Love it.
Me too.
Not scared at all.
Scared, but I love it.
Those first 3 legs, if you want to put in a pipe and smoke, probably come home. Leg number 4, a game we haven't talked about. We're going against a guy who loves turning over the football. We're going in the home field where the punter has not yet to see the field. We're riding with a team who had 2 touchdowns called back last week, should still possibly be undefeated, still atop of the AFC. Indiana Jones and the Indianapolis Colts on the money line.
God, it's going to be everybody's survivor pick. You got to feel.
That's a beautiful first 4 legs.
Or the next one, honestly.
Leg number 5. We have to do it. Fuck you, Brian Callahan. Give us the Arizona Cardinals and Jonathan Gannon and Kyler Murray to get the job done. I swear, Kyler. If you sell this parlay.
Don't do it, Kyler. Do not do it.
Do not do this.
Don't do it.
Not now.
Not now.
Not Sunday.
No.
Not this week. Not next week. Do not let, after letting an NFC West rivalry opponent coming down to your place and beating you guys for your 7th straight time, do not let this Tennessee Titans, who is literally being run by guys who don't see.
Who's calling this play?
Their controllers.
You want to do it? I'll do it.
Their controllers are dead.
Yep.
Do not let the Tennessee Titans come into Arizona in the desert and beat the Arizona Cardinals.
No.
Just throw the ball to fucking Marvin Harrison Jr. and Trey McBride, and everyone goes home happy. A couple DeMarcado runs, and we're all going to be fine.
Sure.
Like number 6. All we ask for, Loop. I feel like this is the tradition now because we keep getting a seat at the table.
Please.
Loop, what is the one thing all guys want?
A seat at the table.
All a guy
You
could
go
ask
5 for
for.
5. You start in the morning. Here's the beauty of this. It's the timing, right? You start, you get one out of the way early. Wake and rake. Then you got, I think, the Saints and the Colts early, 10 a.m. slate, 1 p.m. on the East Coast. Then you just go 1, 2, and then at 4 o'clock Eastern, you go 2 more, bang, then you're at the table.
Dude, we might have a perfect system here.
Yeah, we do.
Wake up.
Plus, then if the Vikings lose, you reload.
Yep. 2 1 o'clock, 2 4 o'clock, and then Carrie Underwood, tuck us in Sunday night. Sweet dreams. Bills Mafia. Josh Allen. I'm dreaming of him in a cape flying around all of Buffalo like he's fucking Superman. Show us the Bills on the money line. Who has it better than us, Luke?
No one.
The Vikings.
Come on.
The Saints. The Seahawks. The Colts. The Cardinals. The Bills. There's nowhere else I'd rather be than right here. Let's hit yet another 6-leg parlay. Who else is doing this?
No.
Gathering here together to find winners. Just to have a good time on a Sunday is all we could ever ask for. Not taking a week for granted, not taking a game for granted, not taking a fall for granted.
And we're not done yet.
And we're not done yet.
Touchdown scores.
I haven't heard no bell.
Touchdown scores. All right, so let me tell you, at BetMGM, if you bet on a first touchdown score, right, they have a second chance.
Yeah.
You bet on a first touchdown score. Say you take Amon-Ra St. Brown. He doesn't score first, you lose. No, not at BetMGM. He scores second, you get your money back.
Get the cash back,
Go to
dude.
BetMGM.
Getting frisky with first touchdown
Bet on a
scores
first touchdown.
During the 1 o'clock
Best sports
slate.
book in the world.
That's when you know things
You're
are
not
getting
signed up
horny.
yet. What are you doing? All right.
All right.
Touchdown score number 1.
I think he might score 3 times.
Wow. You get good odds on that.
3+ touchdowns. I'm going to take him for 1, Saquon Barkley.
Bang.
It just feels like one of those weeks where I'm feeling something, not only in 1 testicle, but in 2 testicles. And if I had a third, I would be betting it on Saquon Barkley to score a touchdown.
Yeah, I like it. I mean, he's been quiet this year, but he's still been scoring 3 tutties. Scored in 3 or 4 games. I see no reason why he can't do it again.
Everyone was bitching like, oh, how do you not save that fake tush push?
I actually
till
thought that too.
January, but like they've run it before.
I knew they were gonna. Sometimes on 3rd and 1, I always think
That's
they're
like
gonna
kind
do
of
it.
the beauty of that too.
Why wouldn't you do it on 3rd and
Yeah.
1? Yeah.
3rd down, spicing that in there, that's incredible.
Yeah.
They should do that more.
Okay, as long as the guards stop moving. All right, touchdown score number 2.
Touchdown score number dose. My computer's dying.
Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Amon-Ra St. Yep, that's it. Amon-Ra St. Brown.
That's unbelievable.
Like, I haven't taken him for an anytime touchdown yet this year. So if he doesn't score this week, it's my fault. But every time, because I never like taking the Lions touchdown scores 1. I feel like everyone's taking them, and what's the worst that could happen? They spread the ball around so much.
Yep.
I took Jahmyr Gibbs against the Ravens. That was the 1 Lions touchdown score I've taken this year, and
Yep.
he had a nice night.
Yep.
But yeah, like between Jameson Williams, Amon-Ra, Laporta, Montgomery, and Gibbs, it's like a 1 in 5 chance every time you're in the end zone, and you're not getting great odds, and it feels like everyone's taking them. But
Amon-Ra St. Brown has 6 touchdowns last 3 games.
yeah, every time I look up, this guy is scoring. He loves shaking his ass. He loves doing it fucking crazy shit. He's doing tricks in the end zone. It feels like this guy is in a league of his own right now.
Correct.
He's the best wide receiver, I think, like, fantasy wise. He's playing a different game of ball
Doing
right now.
something.
He's doing something.
All right.
Amon-Ra, anytime
I feel like
touchdown.
that's 2 for 2. Feels chalky, but hey, if they come home, they come home.
Yep.
Like number 3, a little more outside the box.
Yeah.
JSN.
JSN. This rolls perfectly in our narrative. The Seahawks are going to be putting up points on a beaten up Tampa Bay Bucks team traveling across the country. Look, both sides of the football know this is a massive game. Both sides of the football are expecting points to be scored. JSN did not have a catch in the first half of last week's game. Kid still finished with 79 receiving yards. This is the clear-cut wide receiver 1. He's incredible.
I'm starting Darnold in fantasy this week. Had 2 quarterbacks on buys.
I like that.
So
I like that.
Find JSN.
This kid's
Found him a couple times.
Yeah, this kid's incredible.
Yep.
He catches every over the shoulder ball that's ever been thrown to him. I've never seen him drop.
No.
He is just one of the products of Ohio State that are unbelievable. The Garrett Wilson categories, the Marvin Harrison Jr. category, the JSN category, the Emeka Egbuka category. Dude, I feel like we should do an Ohio State four-legger of those wide receivers.
I don't hate it.
Marvin Harrison Jr., Emeka Egbuka, JSN, Garrett Wilson.
He kind of feels like Tyler Lockett, like on steroids, maybe.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I love that.
Mm-hmm.
Doug Baldwin, Tyler Lockett had a baby. And that baby had a baby with Percy Harvin. There's JSN coming right out in the right in the womb.
And the 4th touchdown score for us.
Kind of plays into our narrative that we're talking about out in L.A. Expect the unexpected when people count out a Commanders team like I think they are this week. Very heavy Chargers money lines going around. Buy your short favorite money line.
Yep.
Home short favorites. Buy them here. Home short favorites, LA Chargers. Make some plays with your feet this Sunday, Mr. Jaden Daniels for an anytime touchdown.
I love it. It feels like it could go 4 for 4. We might get 5 touchdowns out of those 4 guys, maybe 6.
So you're telling me we'll probably go 4-1 on the game picks, maybe 3-2, maybe 5-0. Then we're gonna hit the 6-leg parlay. And then we're going to hit all 4 anytime touchdown scores.
That'd be a hell of a Sunday. I'd be very happy.
Right before we get to John Ewing, any other spread leans to tell to the people in the back, maybe games that kids are interested in that, they want to hear our pick for right before we get to John Ewing on the spread. Anything?
JETS.
I like the Jets. I like the Ravens.
Ravens is sketchy.
I know, but I like them.
Yeah, sure.
Because I don't like the Houston Texans, and you're telling me people aren't doing this. No Lamar Jackson, and it's a 1.5 point spread in Baltimore.
Yeah, and I think survivor pick. I want to go with the Cardinals, but I'm worried.
Cardinals scare the piss out of me. Dolphins Panthers. The Panthers have lost 10 straight as a favorite, and then it flipped to them being dogs, but 80% of the bets are on the Panthers. So I feel like it's the Dolphins there.
All right.
I feel like it's the Dolphins there.
Well, we got just the guy to talk to about all this stuff.
And then outside of that, it's time to talk to our insider on the stock market ground floor, Wolf of Wall Street. To John Ewing we go. All right, now welcoming back to the show our BetMGM insider, John Ewing, to take us through each game, where the money is, where the bets are, what to bet, what to do. John, happy to have you once again on our NFL Sunday episode.
What's up, boys? Let's talk NFL Week 5. We're going to start with the 5 most bet teams to cover at number 5. It's the Minnesota Vikings. They open -4.5. They've been bet down to -3. 66% of money is on Minnesota to cover that spread in London. That line movement, not really that significant. It's kind of in that dead zone, not moving through a key number. Vikings are just the 3rd team to play back-to-back games overseas. The Jags did it twice in 2023 and 2024. They went 2-0 against the spread. 2-0 straight up and 2-0 against the spread in their second game. So what are your thoughts on the London game?
Second week in a row, I think the Vikings are one of the most bet teams in Europe.
That was my thought, too.
Yeah. Last week, obviously, Steelers win. Vikings kind of got it going. Interesting, though, this week that they get to stay overseas, right?
Yeah, I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
And if they lose this game, they should just stay in Europe, stay in London. But, dude, we're going against Dylan Gabriel. And we talked about last week favorites in international waters were like 37-15 or whatever straight up. So last week an underdog wins. People were tailing Carson Wentz against Aaron Rodgers. Well, luckily for the Vikings, it's not Aaron Rodgers this week. It's Dylan Gabriel.
That could help a little bit. Rookie getting his first start.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, what's next?
Okay, number 4, it's the Eagles. They are playing against the Broncos at home. 73% of money is on Philly to cover, but this line opened -5.5. It's been bet down to -3.5. Again, kind of in that Vegas zone, dead zone, as Bill Simmons would call it. where it's not moving through a key number. Though Eagles with Jalen Hurts, he's won 20 of his last 21 games. The one loss he left in the first quarter. But Philly isn't dominating this year, right? Every game's come by one score. So I think this is a really interesting matchup with that number just over a field goal.
Yeah, I mean, that definitely worries me, but it seems like there's been a little bit of a trend where everyone's been betting the Lions and everyone's betting the Eagles, and it seems like it just keeps the gift that just keeps on giving. Sometimes that just happens. Hopefully that trend can continue with the Eagles continuing to get the job done. Look, I do think they win this game. And I do think they win this game by more than 3.5. But after you telling me it's going down from 5.5 to 3.5, definitely worries me a little bit.
Gavin loves fading the public unless it comes to the Eagles. Then throw all the numbers out the window.
It's not true. Week 1, Cowboys plus 8.5. Come on.
What else we
next
got?
game.
Yep.
Next game, it's Patriots getting the points on Sunday Night Football. Bills open minus 8.5 down to minus 8. Just under 70% of money is on the Pats to cover. I think maybe the nickname Drake Maybe is very fitting for the Patriots this season. They beat the Dolphins and Panthers, two of the worst teams in the NFL, but they lose to the Steelers and Raiders, which are kind of middle-of-the-road teams, perhaps. Now they get a Bills team that's the favorite to win the Super Bowl, but 8 points is a lot.
Yeah, it feels like the Bills kind of been playing with their food, right? They played a couple bad teams, kind of never thought they were going to lose. Dolphins, they don't cover the spread, but they win by, double digits. Saints, same thing, don't cover, win by double digits. Jets, they smoke. Scary to have a Bills team that the public is on the other side. For sure.
Especially the second most bet on team of the week, plus 8.5.
Yeah, that's scary.
America's game of the week, but I'm sure it's going to contradict with a little bit of the money line tickets that end in Bills money line for the parlays for sure. So it's going to be a little contradictory, I feel like, there. But I don't know. I don't mind the plus 8.5. A lot of points for Drake May and the boys traveling up to Buffalo. But
it feels like Vegas will either need a big Bills win or a Pats outright win.
I could see maybe the line
I'm going to cut you off right there. I'll tell you right now, we need a Patriots win. It's over 90% of all bet types are on the Bills. I mean, when you include parlays, I mean, everyone just has Buffalo in their parlay as a win. The spread is where it's interesting, but yeah, definitely
the spread small change.
Yeah, the spread compared to the Bills money line tickets and parlays is probably fucking night and day.
That makes sense. All right, top 2.
Okay, Jets getting the points against the Cowboys. Dallas put up 40 against what we think is a good Packers defense. Jets, though, have just lost 3 games this season by 1 score, so they might be closer to a 2-2 team than a winless here. Majority of bets are on the Cowboys to cover, but the money is leaning towards the Jets, especially since it bumped up to 2.5. Cowboys opened as 1.5 point favorites.
Oh, just so brutal. I know we've seen this before where the Cowboys have a really big game down in Jerry's. Hey, like, do these people hate themselves? Like, what are we doing with the Jets, dude?
I do. Give me the Jets.
Like, I just don't. I mean, they come off a game with 4 turnovers.
They look great at home against the Giants and Packers, and then they went on the road and got slapped by the Bears. Like,
I just feel for the Cowboys, dude. They're fighting tooth and nail, and they're over there just drowning. But fuck them.
All right, number 1.
All right, number 1. This one might be a little easier for you to get on board with. It's the Lions in Cincinnati. They opened 8.5. They're up to 10.5 point road favorites. Nearly 80% of money is on Detroit to cover. Jared Goff as a double-digit favorite, 9-4 against the spread, including 3-0 against the spread since he's come to the Lions. And Jake Browning, he's led Cincinnati to 13 points in all of 8 quarters as a starter this season. This looks like a great spot for Detroit. Are you guys laying the points?
Give me the Bangies.
Yeah, I at some point, something has to give. Something has to change. It can't be, the They've won their last 42 of 50 games, the Lions. They've covered over the last 3 years, I saw something like 71% of the games. They're on this system right now of when they score 34 plus points and win the game by 4 plus. They're 18-0 against the spread. They did it against the Ravens and the Bills, the Bears and the Ravens, and now we have Browns, now Browns and the Cincy. Look, I believe in this spread when the Lions are at home. I don't believe in this spread when the Lions are on the road. It's just simply too simple. And I feel like at some point we're going to see heavy amounts of fluke shit and someone's going to win outright when this Lions team is a double-digit favorite. And I'm starting to really fear that the Bengals might win this game.
This is classic football gambling, right? Everybody in the world on the lines, and Jared Goff coming off 40 points, 50 points in Vegas, scrapping with Jake Browning at home, just needing him to cover the 10.
Yeah, dude, this is 124.3 games Lions team going into Cincinnati where their offense can't do anything and their defense allows yards like it's a yard sale.
Yep.
And yeah, I like the Bengals. But I hope the Lions win because I did take them in a money line parlay.
All right, you guys are fading the public on that one. I got 2 prop bets for you. Let's talk about them. Dylan Gabriel plus 700 to score an anytime touchdown. He's the most bet player right now to find the end zone in week 5. It's early. This could change, but people are jumping on Gabriel in his first start. He scored 7 rushing touchdowns for Oregon last year. So not afraid to use his legs. They're going to need everything they can to, get any offense going. Does he find the end zone?
Yeah, I feel like the Oregon offense may be a little different than the Browns offense. And I will say, I wonder if people are looking at this like they looked at Jackson Dart last
dude, that's
week.
What my
they saw Jackson Dart get in, dancing, first game debut, and now they want to ride the wave.
Dude, that was my first thought. Took the words out of my mouth.
Dylan Gabriel equals Jackson Dart. Copy that.
That's wild, though.
One more prop for you. Breece Hall, over 23.5 receiving yards. Braylon Allen is out. Breece is averaging 27 receiving yards per game, which is over the posted line. They're in a matchup against, a Cowboys team that scored 40 a week ago. Could this be a shootout? If so, obviously Jets are going to be in a spot where they're going to have to pass. So do you like Breece Hall over 23.5 receiving yards?
These people love Breece Hall. I mean, these guys are just out of their mind.
Yeah, that's
Jets and Breece Hall. That's how you want to spend your NFL Week 5, and Dylan Gabriel to find the end zone. That sounds like a nightmare. That's not my kind of stuff.
Although I will say, I feel like last week you told us O'Marion Hampton #1 bet prop as of this time last week, and he went for 120.
He doubled it.
I was gonna say, I feel like these have all been losers, but not that one.
This is the second go around with Breece Hall.
Who went under last time.
And last time it was the rushing yards over, and he ran for 23. But no Braylon Allen. That's big. Cowboys obviously have struggled in the pass defense. You'd take him out of Jerry's World. They're up at MetLife. Hopefully the cart can stay off the field this week.
Yep.
That's anything else, Mr. Ewing?
That's it, fellas. Good luck with your Week 5 bets, and I'll see you next week.
Thanks, John.
Always a pleasure. Thank you so much.
Thanks, fellas.
Well, there you have it. We appreciate each and every single one of you on the other side of this screen. I know we say it a lot. I know we open up the show with it, middle of the show, end of the show.
No other way to open it up.
But that's just the way we feel around here. We're just going to continue to run the football and do this show. Early week leans, Thursday night football, college football, NFL Sunday, Monday Night Football. Honestly, no complaints. Who has it better than us? Keep supporting the page. Keep sharing it. Share it with a group chat, a family member,
Send it over.
a friend.
Subscribe to the page. Like, comment. What do you like? What do you not like?
A mailman. Let us know if there's any video ideas that you guys want to see. Any new segments. Maybe a community parlay where we put $100 on it and give the winnings to subscribers.
There we go.
Something like that. You're doing it for us. We're doing it for you.
Hell yeah.
We're just continuing to try to keep the boat afloat over here as we keep going through the sports calendar, not taking a week for granted. Fellas, go have yourself a weekend. Go have yourself an NFL Week 5. And as always, we'll see you on the other side.